Well, guys, we did it. We hit 100 subscribers. I am it is really weird to think about. This was a major goal that I set out for my channel since the start. I started around April, I think April 9th was when I created my channel, and I didn't upload until like mid-April. In retrospect, since I uploaded my first video, it's really only been a month and a half. And that's crazy to think about, that in a month and a half's time, we've already reached triple digits in subscribers, and I couldn't be happier. I'm not a huge numbers person, but again, like I said, this was a goal for me, and we hit it. And we hit it fast, and we hit it well. So thank you guys. I've also seen a ton of comments, a ton of support, and it means the absolute world to know that you guys have faith in me. And I'm starting to get faith in myself too, and it just makes me feel really good. The date that I'm recording this, I actually hit 100 subscribers 15 minutes ago. So I actually just got out of the shower and I saw a comment from a guy who said, "You finally hit 100 subscribers." And I tried to respond to him, but it turns out that YouTube keeps randomly removing comments, and for some reason they removed that one. Normally they did stuff with profanity, but they just removed that one just because they felt like it. So I'm sorry to my 100 subscriber. I wasn't able to respond to your comment, but here's a quick little shout out. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for being my 100 subscriber, and thank you for finalizing my goal. I really appreciate it. As promised in the last video, I'm going to kind of talk about 3 different things really. First, I kind of want to talk about myself. I feel like maybe you guys would like to know a little bit more about me, and I feel like it's time now that I can open up a little bit. I'm not going to give like a life story or anything, that's kind of ridiculous. Just kind of giving you a sense of who I am. Number 2, talking a little bit about my friendship with JP, because most of you came from the cheese stick reaction video from who you know as John Fulford, but who me and my friends know as JP. Lastly, maybe a little bit of insight behind the cheese stick video, although there's not too much more to it than what you've already seen. So first of all, here's a little bit about myself. If you haven't heard from the videos already, my name is Aiden, spelled A-I-D-A-N. The only right way, by the way. And I'm 18 years old. By the time you're seeing this, I would have already graduated high school. Next step is going to be college, which is going to be absolutely insane. Probably the most important things you should know about me is my sense of humor is any. You've seen me laugh at the most stupid shit, and it really all comes down to what just kind of hits at the perfect timing. So, you know, I love dark humor, I love standard normal humor, and I love like the random humor that nobody can understand. So you're gonna see me laughing a lot in my videos, so I'm sorry if that really annoys you. Trust me, it annoys a lot of my friends because I'm just a laughy person. On a more serious note, YouTube has been my dream since I was probably about 13 years old. 5 years ago, I dreamed of being the person I am today. And, you know, obviously I'm still in the very early stages, but if this really takes off for me and it becomes a thing where I can do this for the rest of my life, I would love the opportunity. It means the world to me to know that we've actually hit 100 subscribers, because, you know, later down the road, we have bigger things like 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. If we ever get there, just know that this is something that kind of, you know, means a lot to me. So each and every one of you who have said something positive and told me I'm going to be successful, I'm going to be, you know, big one day, it means it means more than you could ever think. I also do like to talk a lot, and I tend to ramble, so I'm trying not to ramble that much. But I find myself doing that already in this video, so I apologize if I get kind of boring. The rest of the aspects of my life are pretty much a mystery, but I guess some of you guys can already guess just based on my surroundings, you know, maybe where I'm from, or, you know, some of the things I like. Although, I mean, obviously you see this, but I'm not a huge sports fan, to be honest. I'm just a very big Philly fan because that's where I grew up. I'm not going to talk too much more on myself. Let's now move to JP. So the story starts right after I get out of elementary school and get into middle school. When I was in elementary school, I only had one best friend, and he kind of stuck with me since kindergarten. And once we hit middle school, it was a new realm. There's now our elementary school put together with 4 others. So there's a ton of more kids, and I wasn't even in any of the same classes as my best friend. So I had to make a bunch of new friends. I only really made one. I met this kid in my homeroom, and he only had one best friend from his elementary school, so we decided to congregate as a group of 4, and we would sit at lunch, which is pretty much the only time where all of us could get together, and we became a friend group, and slowly but surely we all found that we like the same things, and we all play Xbox, and you know, we started hanging out outside of school, playing Xbox together, having fun. But then there was this 5th kid that came along. He was very peculiar. He kind of sat down and he would try to annoy us, and it was almost like he tried to pick on us, but he had nobody else to pick on us with. So at first we were just kind of like, okay, whatever, and then we found him annoying, and then all of a sudden he stopped showing up to school. Well, that kid was JP. JP had some problems with migraines and stuff like that, and he was really trying to annoy us for the reason I don't understand, but we figured out later on that he just wanted to be friends with us. And when he got back into school in 7th grade, we brought him into our friend group because he chilled out a lot more. So I'm sorry to expose you like that, JP, but that's how it was. So ever since, JP and I have been essentially best friends. Not in the terms of like bestest friends, but between my group, I have about like 6 or 7 best friends, and JP is definitely one of them. So now, why is it that I'm recording with JP? Well, JP is pretty much the only person with a PC who was willing to record with me right off the bat. And this happened before the cheese stick video ever kind of really surfaced. And we just decided it would be a good idea. Maybe we can get some of our other friends in, and you know, we can just play games and the videos can go up on my channel. So lo and behold, that's what we started doing. But right after we recorded our 2nd or 3rd video with each other, the cheese stick video happened. And now this is where we're going to talk about the cheese stick video. So the cheese stick video happened right before quarantine really started, you know, ruining everybody's lives. We were in school and we're in the cafeteria. JP brings his laptop over, tells us about his dash cam and how he got something hilarious. And shout out to my mom for coming in on the recording. I kind of forgot where I left off, so I need a second. Anyways, we were in the cafeteria. JP was telling us about this dash cam, and he caught something really hilarious, and he pulled up the video on his laptop. He was turning, and all of a sudden, one of our school buses pulled up next to him, and next thing you know, an object comes flying at him. At first, we had no idea, but I literally cried laughing. It was hysterical. We figured out it was a cheese stick. Which made it even funnier because why of all things a cheese stick? That video became like immediately a very funny, like, lasting meme in our group. And JP said, I'm thinking about just posting it to YouTube, and he did. And it didn't get any views for the longest time, but then something happened. And this was in the middle of, you know, JP starting to record with me. Meme pages everywhere on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, every social media outlet. This video is up on every single meme page. And I saw him blow up. I mean, I saw his subscriber count go from like 10 to like 100 to 500 to 1,000. I saw the views on that video hit 100,000 views in one day. Like, it went from 100,000 to 200,000 in one day. It's the pure definition of viral video, and I think it's hilarious that of all the videos, it was this video. Obviously, now JP's on a whole different plateau than I was, and we talked about it, and he said he does want to help me out because he knows this is something that's my dream. And YouTube, in and of itself, wasn't something as big for him as it was for me. JP and I talked about the opportunity of maybe him taking advantage of the viral video and his massive subscriber count and his massive view count. And after a good little bit of just discussing, you know, what are the things that JP might want to do with his channel, and even some like contract mishaps that were going on with him and some copyright and people trying to claim his videos, we decided that he can just take the reins, and he figured out what to do from there. I tried to get him into recording some games, and at first he was like cool, but then he kind of went back. So after a little while, he uploaded this second video, and it was a perspective of his reaction because his dash cam was dual-sided, so it was facing him. And because he wanted to help me, he decided, hey, I'm going to put your link in the description so if anybody sees it, they can check you out. At the time, I had 47 subscribers, and when that video posted, it immediately got close to 5,000 views, and I got 1 extra subscriber. Man, really, people don't read the description. I commented something, and he pinned it, and lo and behold, now I'm getting an influx of constant subscribers, and boom, 100 subscribers 3 days after I posted that comment, and now we're here. It's unreal to me. I mean, I would like to say that this is something that I earned, because if it was something that was solely from JP, then you guys wouldn't still be leaving the comments that you were leaving, and a lot of you guys left really nice comments, and I saw a lot of people checking out a lot of different videos, so I appreciate that. It truly makes me feel like I did, in fact, earn it. That's all I really got to say. I mean, here's to 100 subscribers, right, guys? This is really the time for me to let my channel kind of speak for itself and really grow on its own. The faster, the better, but obviously these things take time. Anyways, there's not much more to say. We hit 100. It feels amazing. You guys are really supportive, and I'm really excited to see where this channel goes. So if you guys do in fact want to help me, you can share me to one of your friends, and or just leave some nice comments. And if you don't really want to help me and you're just kind of like, I'm gonna let them ride the wave, totally fine. Again, thank you so much, triple digit squad. Next goal is gonna get to the quadruple digits. Thank you guys for giving me a chance, and thank you for supporting me. It means the world, and it's crazy to think that this could actually happen. So here's to 100 more, here's to 1,000 more, and here's to 10,000 more, maybe even 1,000,000 more later down the road, 5 years later, whatever. That's really it for me. Thank you again. I don't know how many times I've said thank you, but it's probably a lot. Be ready for more regular stupid uploads like what we did previously, and not me rambling so much. So yeah, see you guys. Bye.